For all we know, this woman is a confidence trickster. She could have made the whole thing up to get some money from the press.
It says here that he started an affair with her in 1980.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. 14 years ago.
It's 2 years after we were married. Clive always said he didn't want children.
Look, don't read it now.
I've got to.
I'll make us some tea.
They called the child Lawrence because it was Clive's middle name. Have you seen this bit?
Yes, I read it all.
How could he leave me with nothing? And yet this stranger's got a trust fund set up for this child.
Penny! Penny, where are you going?
I've got to get out of here. Those reporters, they're all going to come back. I can't stand that. I can't answer any more questions.
You can't go out in this state.
I'm not going to harm myself. I just need to think. I need some time to myself.
Look, let me take you for a drive or something, yes?
Just let me be. I'll be fine. There's no need to worry.
Bloody newspapers.
Ron won't let you? What sort of an excuse is that?
Well, it's entering this talent competition. It's caused a bit of hassle between us. I don't want to do it all again.
You're a natural, Bev. You don't want to waste your talent.
Get away.
Look, I see dozens of acts. I know.
I'm not good enough.
It's not what I've heard. I don't want to make you big-headed.
I'll take the chance. So, what was it you were saying? Ray?
Oh, Billy Silcombe. That's an agent I work with. He thinks you've got what it takes.
Pull the other one.
It's true.
How would he know? He hasn't even seen me.
He was a guest at the talent night, mixing business with pleasure, doing a bit of scouting, you know. He's mentioned you a few times since.
Has he?
You could have worsened to sign on with him.
So, how do I go about it? Do I just give him a ring?
No, you send your photographs in to him and he'll take it from there.
Oh, I've got some good holiday snaps.
No. You need some professional black and white 10x8s. Full length, head and shoulders, you know.
I haven't got anything like that.
What are you doing this afternoon?
Well, I'm here till 2. And nothing.
Well, I could take some for you. I'm a dab hand at the old pickies, member of the local photographic society.
I don't really think Ron would like you coming round taking pickies of me.
No bother. The society has got its own studio. It's not far from here. There's the address.
Would, between 3 and 4 be okay?
Great. Oh, wear that gear you had on for the talent night, eh?
All right, yeah.
Good. See ya.
See ya. Hey, have you heard about that neighbour of yours? You know, the MP's wife who lives with the Farnhams. Apparently, her husband has had a bit on the side for years and they've got a 10-year-old son.
I haven't seen it.
You never know what secrets your neighbours have got, do you?
No. 180, OK?
Oh, hey, look, that one's a bit knocked out. Come on, I'll get you another. You going to aerobics tonight?
Oh, I don't know. It's been one of them weeks.
Oh, come on, bit of a bop around. Get all your worries.
I don't know.
There you go.
Ta.
Oh, come on. I'll be by myself. No one else is going. We've got to keep ourselves in shape for the fellas.
Yeah, OK. Why not? See ya.
See ya. You know Ron doesn't want you in here.
Yeah, I know.
Well, then you better do one, hadn't you?
Listen, I want a packet of 6.
And then you go, all right? What sort?
Benson's.
That's $2.57.
Listen, love, couldn't let me have them on tick, could you?
You're kidding, aren't you? Get out.
No, you're all right, Jackie. I'll pay you later.
Just get out.
Oh, you got a copy?
Penny's going to be destroyed.
Let's see.
I don't want you getting upset.
It'd be ridiculous.
Oh, God.
Looks really bad.
Clive was seeing this woman for 14 years?
And why the hell didn't she find out? I can't believe it.
Well, do you think what Dad said is true, that this woman's just taking the press for a ride?
Oh, I don't think so. She says Clive set up a trust fund for the son. That's easily checked. And, well, look at the boy.
Certainly got a look of Clive about him, hasn't he?
Definitely.
Penny never had a child of her own. And he left her with nothing.
Double kick in the guts. God, what a rat.
She said she always wanted her own child as well. He's so good looking, isn't he? I suppose he was unwanted. Perfect, but unwanted. Why does fate play around like that, eh? When all we want is a perfect child of our own. A wanted child.
Don't go torturing yourself, you know, thinking like that.
Can't help it.
Look, we've decided. We'll face it together.
There it is, 171. Hey, it's good of you to come along and help like this, you know. Right. Oh, what's that smell?
Well, hasn't anyone been here since she was taken in?
Not that I know of.
What this place needs is a thorough airing.
Do you think this is causing it?
What?
I think that milk's been open since the day she went in.
No, it's not that.
And why didn't she stay in an old place? It was much better than this. Oh, close it. Oh,
Well, it's going to take more than a lick round with the duster.
God.
Oh, it's damp. That's what's causing the smell. Look, it's sopping.
One of the flaming pipes is leaking.
Oh, look, it's run all over the floor.
Well, it must have been leaking for months.
Simba, you can't bring her back here.
Well, I can soon fix the pipe, but I have to go back for my tools.
Simba, you can't. You can't take the risk of bringing her back here.
Well, it's all fixed now and everything, isn't it? Well, I even phoned the sister at the Aussie.
Yeah, well, I'm sorry. It's just not sensible. Oh, come and look at this. Well, the whole place is riddled with damp.
Well, look, if we open some of the windows and the doors and that, maybe we can air it out. Like the fire.
She might catch pneumonia if we bring her back here. A damp house is no place for someone recovering from an operation.
But I've got nowhere else to take her, have I? And she's never managed the stairs at my place.
Well, she'll just have to stay in the hospital.
Well, I can't tell her that. I promised her I'd get her back home.
Look, I'm sorry, Sinbad, but this place, it just isn't fit.
Hello, Mr. and Mrs. Farnham. Take a seat. I'll be right with you. Right. Okay. Well, as you know, the child you're having has Down syndrome. Yes. And obviously you've talked about this. There are degrees of mental handicap involved. But I've known many cases where Down's children have coped very well with life. One of my patients is even about to marry. Lots of Down's children are also very creative. And I've known a good number who've excelled at sport. On the negative side, though, there can be some very serious mental handicaps. So serious, in fact, that the parents are unable to cope. In these cases, you'll be facing lifelong care.
Do we know how our baby will be?
You can never be certain until the child is actually born. Of course, that's not the only option. Some parents may decide on a termination. Look, please stay here as long as you like. If you have any more questions, please don't hesitate to ask. Now, if you'll excuse me.
I'm sorry. I know we decided. But if you want to change your mind and have an abortion, is that what you want?
I don't know.
I'm sorry, we can't take you home. The place is in a right state.
You promised me.
can't live in a damp house, Mrs. Sweeney. You might catch pneumonia.
I've lived in damp houses half my life. It won't do me any harm.
Oh, Mum, see sense.
I want to go back to my own place. If I stay here, this lot will have me put in a home.
Well, that might be more comfortable for you.
Has you been putting ideas in your head about me going in a home?
No, of course I haven't.
Don't be soft. Mandy's seen the state of your place. It's just not fit.
How do I know you're telling me the truth? My house was all right last time I was there.
But there's some pipes leaking and the kitchen's wringing wet.
Can't you fix it?
Well, I can do, yeah.
You can help me mop up, can't you?
Hey, hang on, you can't be doing any of that. The doctor's told you you've got to take it easy.
Are you going to help me clean the place up or what?
It'll take some time.
We'd better get started then. Please, call a taxi. I'm going home.
Have you seen this? They had the interview with this bloody woman weeks before they approached you. Weeks! Why did you bully me into talking to these people? It's all backfired. They had me set up from the start and you couldn't see it.
I didn't know about this woman.
No. All that was in your head was your 20% rake-off. It's been a disaster and it's all your fault.
What's going on?
These bloody journalists set me up and your wife couldn't even see through it. The money, that's all she was thinking about.
Look, if you've got any recriminations to make, you keep them to yourself. We've bad news. The baby, it's going to be Down syndrome.
Oh, God. Oh, Max. I'm sorry.
Don't put it on high. I'm only on sick pay, you know.
You just sit there and stop interfering.
I'm quite capable of helping.
You're not?
Tell her to stop now. Thank you, but I want to be left alone now.
We've hardly started.
Look, you can go now, the pair of you.
Well, I was thinking of staying the night. Well, you know, just until he gets settled and that.
No, I'm not having that.
Well, it might be best, Mrs. Sweeney.
I know what's best for me, and I want to be on my own now.
All right, well, I'll come round tomorrow then. I could come round every day, you know, like the doctor suggested.
Oh, no. You did what I asked you to do and vouched for me with the social workers. I'll be all right on my own, like I always was.
Yeah, but you can't.
Look, don't tell me what to do. You can leave now, the pair of you.
I can't have this.
I only got in touch with you to get me out of hospital. Thank you for that. But you can go now.
But I'm your son.
That was all a long time ago. Now, please, go on. Leave me alone.
You ready yet?
Come in. Well, how do I look?
Great. Except for the kid. Did you have to bring him with you?
Oh, I haven't got any pickies of them yet. Can't you just do a few?
Just a couple when he goes back in the buggy, right? This place costs money to hire, you know.
Smile for the camera, Josh. Say cheese.
For all I know, she'll move house again. She's just used me.
You can still visit her. I'm sure she won't move.
I'll have to go back, man.
Is that wise, so soon?
Well, I can't leave her in a dump like that. I mean, even if she has been me, she's still me mum, isn't she? Look, I'll go back and I'll stay the night. I'll see you tomorrow, all right?
It's all right. I'll come with you.
Just think, some of these supermodels get 10 grand a day for doing this.
They're not real women, just bags of bone.
Charming.
You know what I mean? If the modelling business has any sense, it'd be going for girls like you.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I mean it, Bev. Average fella in the street would look twice at those models. They want a girl who looks like a girl. Everything in the right place and that. You know, an approachable girl.
Oh, aye. Like me, you mean?
Have you ever thought of having any Glamour pics, Tane.
What do you mean?
Well, you know, glamour, skimpy gear and that. Topless.
Don't tell me. You do them as well?
You can have a lot of fun doing them, you know.
Hey! I was just beginning to think all this showbiz stuff was too good to be true.
I didn't mean any harm, Bev. You know I like it. I just wanted... Why don't you give it a try, eh? You wasted on Ron. He doesn't appreciate all your talents.
Oh, doesn't he? Well, appreciate this. I mean, what the hell do you think I am?
But, Bev, I just...
Just nothing. I should have listened to Ron. I mean, I actually believed you were interested in my singing. Well, thanks a lot. But if this is showbiz, you can forget it.
Oh, you'll have to give her time. She's on crutches.
And the bell's knackered. Oh, God. Ma'am, are you all right?
I'm just going to the bathroom.
All right. Take it easy. Mind how you go.
I don't need your help to go to the bathroom. What are you doing back here?
We're worried about you.
I told you, I don't need your help. Oh.
How is he today?
Oh, he's a lot brighter. He wants to go to the teenage rave thing at the club tonight. Will you take him and bring him back?
Of course I will. Think he'll be all right?
Oh, might take his mind off things. He seems pretty confident. I didn't think Kershaw's lads would bother with something for the under-16s, do you?
Comes had the balls to try anything. But I'll be down there to keep an eye.
We've got to keep his confidence up. I want him back in school on Monday.
Yep. Back to a normal routine.
Yeah. Look, Ed, I'll have to go.
Are you going out?
Oh, aerobics class. I promised Bev at the shop. She's got no one to go with. Tea's in the oven.
What is it?
Beef pie.
You know I hate that.
Oh, it's all I could find. Look, if you don't want it, why don't you get a pizza round the corner?
Not again. We're always eating flaming pizzas.
Well, go for a pint then.
Good idea. I'm not sitting here on my own with a beef flaming pie.
I'll see you later.
Don't worry. I'll drop Ali off, then go for a pint. He'll be fine. Ta-da! Lee! Come on, lad. I'll take you down the club.
I'll just get you tea.
Should have been lying there all night if we hadn't come back.
Look, Sinbad, I've been thinking. I mean, it could take a week or more to sort this place out, so what if we packed up her things and she came to stay at mine?
Straight up?
Well, I wouldn't be able to sleep thinking of her on her own in this place. I mean, she's welcome to stay in the extension just until he sorts something out.
It's not down to you, don't mind.
Hey, I owe you. I always will do.
Thanks, Frank. Don't know what I would have done without you. Well, it won't be for long. And I'll get this place sorted out properly.
Well, let's just get her home for now, eh?
All right, David. Oh, hello.
Look, sorry me and Rosie couldn't make your meeting last night.
Oh, that's perfectly all right. We had a decent attendance. Anyway, I must go.
But you didn't want us there, did you? Not after that business with Ali? Well, admit it, I can take it.
Well, to be perfectly frank, no. Not last night, at least. When I asked your wife to come, I was unaware that your son was, well, you know.
I couldn't help what went on the other night. It was someone just trying to get back at Ali for what he did.
I realise that.
But he saved his time locked away, David. We came here to try and make a new life.
As far as I'm concerned, the matter's closed. I don't want to know any more.
I'm going out for a few pints. Come with me, I'll tell you everything.
I'd rather not. Not tonight.
Funny how people change, isn't it?
Any other night, Eddie, but I'm sorry.
I'm just popping out for a bit, okay?
The bathroom's upstairs, but you've got your own wash basin over there.
Got no doctors and social workers to mess you about either.
Only you interfering.
That's enough, Mum.
His flaming wallet. Come here, you.
Will you get off?
You got too far this time.
Leave me alone. Leave me alone!
Save it for the police.
Eddie?
Rose, get the coppers quick. It's one of the Casios.
No, it's not. It's the fella from the club, Armo's boss.
I don't give a toss who it is. Just get the police. Now stay put, you slimy get.
Starting next on ITV, Dr. Finlay. Here on 4, the Garden Club finds out how folk on the Isle of Wight have been coping with one of the worst winters on record.
Penny, look, this is stupid. It honestly doesn't matter. It does matter. I mean, God, how insensitive can you get? I should have picked up something was wrong.
Yeah, but look, we were all upset. We all said things that we regret. I mean, it doesn't mean you have to pack up and leave just Dad.
Have you seen this? You know, I thought I'd seen that face before.
Dad,
Eddie Banks, plastered all over the papers.
I know how he feels.
Yes. Plus his family. I knew them.
Mr. Corkill? Mr. James Corkill?
Yeah.
Ah, good. Martin Glenister. All right. Spoke to my colleague, I believe. Listen, we haven't got much time. Went through like the clappers this morning. Right, so it's burglary, yeah?
Yeah. Listen, Mr.
Glenister. Oh, excuse me. I've got a rotten call. Right, well, I gather my colleagues advise you to plead guilty. It's your best chance. And we're asking for mitigating circumstances to be taken into account.
My God.
Well, I was thinking of your husband's drug habit. If the magistrates know your husband was burgling homes to get money for drugs...
Won't that count against him?
No, in fact, we might swing it to our advantage. Don't worry, Mrs. Corkin. Oh, and the other thing, you do know we're asking for any other offences to be taken into account.
What other offences? What other offences, Jimmy? Oh, that's it. The sum total of my 42 years on this earth. 1 suitcase and 1 carrier bag.
Coffee's on.
Penelope Crosby, bag lady. What an awesome achievement. Excuse me, things in the bathroom.
Where's she going to go?
No idea. Oh, say something to her for me, Dad. I can't get through to her. She's upset because she lost her temper with me about the newspaper article backfiring.
Patsy, look, there's business with the baby.
I don't want to talk about it, Dad. Not yet.
Of course. It's just that, well, your mother and I, we do want to know that you're all right.
I am. I'm fine.
I'd be far better off in some anonymous hotel. I just can't take the humiliation. People staring at me, people pitying me.
Oh, I'm going to do that anyway.
Well, I just can't take it. And it's all lies. Clive never had a child. I would have known. I must have paid that woman thousands to make up such filth. God, how naive can you get? They set me up, didn't they? And I fell for it. Where's my toothbrush? And what's so bloody unfair is I've got no comeback. I've got no way of telling the world what a pack of lies it all is.
But is it?
Is it what?
A pack of lies. I mean, wouldn't surprise me in the least if that woman turns out to be genuine. It all rings very true to me. Shh. Well, prostitutes, dodgy finances, illegitimate son in Fulham. What next, eh? How many more skeletons in Clive's cupboard?
Mind your fingers. Okay, yeah. I bought it in that little junk shop on Westfield Street.
Oh, get it quick before we have to talk to them.
Talk to who?
The banks.
Why don't we want to talk to the banks?
Had this thing through the door about them.
What thing?
Look, just get in, please. I don't know what to say.
All right. Well, hang on then.
All right, mate.
All right.
Do you want a hand with that?
No, thank you. We can manage. What's the matter with them?
God knows. We suddenly developed leprosy or something.
What was all that about?
Oh, it's so embarrassing. I mean, what do you say? Look at this.
Where did this come from?
Through the letterbox this morning.
A poor little girl, eh? I bet it's a family that have done this.
Listen, I'll just take your mum in some tea. Oh, and I've asked Beth to look at some books for her.
Hey, man, listen, I just wanted to thank you for everything you're doing for her, you know.
My pleasure.
And I was just... Well, I wanted... Well, I know it's a lot of extra work for you. I was just wondering why.
Why what?
Hey, you want to stop your Rachel from seeing that Lee kid, you know? I mean, you don't want her ending up in a smash on the M6.
Mandy, I'm so sorry to bother you yet again, but I need to... Oh, hello, Thomas.
Hello, Mum.
I need to... if you could just help me upstairs.
Ah, now then. Problem solved.
No, I'm sorry, Penny. I will not phone for a taxi. I mean, what is the point of spending 50 quid a night on some hotel? Hang on to that money. You're going to need it. For goodness sake, Pen, stop making dramatic gestures and think.
You think I'm making dramatic gestures?
Yes, actually, I do.
Oh, sorry. I'm being a pain again.
No.
Look, I'll take your bags upstairs.
No, I'll do it.
Look, why don't you have a cup of coffee first? Take your coat off.
If only I could get the paper to print some sort of retraction.
Well, saying what exactly?
But it's all lies.
But suppose for a moment... Well, let's face it, Ben, come on. Clive wasn't exactly a saint. Suppose there is an element of truth in this story.
There's not one scrap of truth. It's shot through with holes. I mean, if this Pennington woman was the love of Clive's life, why did he go with prostitutes?
Yes, but, Pen, there are things here that can be checked out.
Leave it, Dad.
Hello? Yeah, she is. Hang on.
You got any biscuits, son?
For you. Who is it? They didn't say. In the tin.
I'll take it next door. Sorry.
She ought to face facts, you know. People don't lie about things like trust funds and school fees, things that can be checked out.
No good saying she ought to, Dad, because she won't.
This is a pretty shocking business as well. Have you read this?
Yeah. Someone's not going to let them forget the past.
Exactly. Meanwhile, we're lumbered with a problem family on the close, and it's all rebounding back on us. I mean, revenge attacks.
Sad.
Well, that's obviously what they were. The brick through the window, the wheelchair incident, this. And it affects us all. You know,
I think that I'd better call an emergency meeting of the residents. Can I use your computer?
What for?
Well, an agenda. There's a lot of things to discuss. I mean, there's that chap who works in the club for a start.
You don't need to discuss Jimmy Corkill, Dad. Oh, I'll do it.
Well, you may mock, but he was caught red-handed burgling the bank's place. Someone from within our own community. I'm pretty sure he was responsible for your burglary as well.
It was a television company.
Television?
What did they want?
My side of the story. They want me to do their breakfast show.
Oh, I'm not sure that's a very good idea.
What did you say?
I said yes, obviously.
Look, sorry, I've got to dash. Aggravated burglary in Court 7. Well, not too bad, eh? As we thought. Bail. You see, we were right to plead guilty. The probation officer will be in touch, and he'll explain all about the pre-sentencing reports. You just keep your nose clean, stick to the bail conditions, and turn up in court for sentencing on the 20th of May.
Right. Listen, what do you reckon? Do you reckon I'll get sent down or what?
Probably just a couple of years probation. That or community service. You might get away with just a fine, but I doubt it. A lot depends on these reports. Look, I've got to go. Ring the office if you have any problems.
Thanks very much, Mr. Glenister. Say thank you.
Yeah, thanks. Thanking him for? Wasn't exactly Perry Mason, was he?
Can't afford Perry Mason. And even he couldn't do much with 5 other offences taken into account. 5, Jimmy. 5 burglaries. Well, come on.
Right, but not here, eh? Come
No,
on.
come on. From the beginning, I want dates, I want times, I want places, I want to list everything you took. And let's have the truth for one second.
I'll tell you.
Patricia's right. Ring them, say you made a mistake.
I can't, because I haven't. I'm going to make that woman look like the cheap little gold digger she is. I'm going to shoot holes through her ridiculous story in front of millions.
This really isn't very clever, Ben.
Better to keep a dignified silence, don't you think?
Why? What's dignified about letting people think that your husband and another woman have been deceiving you for years? I want people to know the truth. And this time it'll be in my own words, because it's live. No one will be able to twist them.
But this is the media again. I mean, things don't always go quite how... As your PR manager, Pen, I would strongly advise against...
Ex-PR manager. Ex. Sorry, but I'm sacking you.
Oh, okay, well, all right. Then, well, as your friend, I would strongly advise...
Yes, I know. But I think it's time I started trusting my own instincts for a change, and my instincts tell me to do it. Excuse me, I'm just going to go and jot down everything I want to say while it's still fresh in my mind. Whoops.
Oh, dear.
What have I started?
OK, take it easy.
Don't fuss me.
Nice and slow. Come on. Tell you what, we'll have you doing the can-can this time next week. OK?
Oops. Goodness, I think I better lie down for 5 minutes.
Come on, then. Come.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Right, I'm off.
Well, I think you've missed the half-past.
I know, it's all right. Chris coming to pick me up.
Oh, that's very kind of her. Can't be many students lucky enough to have made such good friends with the lecturer.
No. How's Mrs. Sweeney doing with the physio?
Fine. You, I should have really asked you before I went ahead. You didn't mind having her here.
Well, why should I mind?
Well, I just feel we owe Sinbad so much.
Oh, yeah, is that the only reason?
But that's Chris, I better go.
Bring her in.
Well, not now, Mum.
Oh, come on, I'd like to meet her. I'll just pop out and say hello, shall I?
Mum, no!
Are you ashamed of me?
No.
Oh, why don't you want me to meet her? I'd like to ask her about your work. Maybe I could ask her around one night.
Yeah, well, OK, but can we talk about it another time? I'm late enough as it is.
Right.
Not twitching, eh? What's going on?
The famous Chris.
Let's have a look.
I'd say hello, but my daughter's ashamed of me.
Oh, don't be soft.
Yeah, it's a stage they go through. It's just... Never expected it of Beth. I mean, Rachel, yeah, but Beth and me have always been so close.
I missed out on all that.
It's not too late, you know. She's a top old lady, your mum, but she's all right. You'll get there. I love the way she calls you Thomas when she talks about you. I think I'll call you Thomas.
Don't you dare.
front window watching.
I know, it's my mum. She wants to meet you. Look, can we go, please, before she comes out?
What are you panicking for? I'd like to meet your mum. She sounds nice. Come on, introduce me.
No!
So now you go out on the rob every week to feed your habit. Is that right?
No, love, I swear to you.
Oh, don't bother, it means nothing. So, I'm off to our Lindsay's, all right. Till we're said something.
No, love, come on. Put the case back.
I can't sit round all night scared stiff you're out on the rob again.
Oh, Jack, I swear.
Oh, yeah, fine, that's fine now. The next time you're desperate for a fix, you won't care what you swore. You'll be out on the rob again, and I won't have a minute's peace. I'm not the addict, Jim. I'm not going to let drugs ruin my life.
I know that. Jack, believe me. I'm sorry for what I've put you through. I don't know how you've had the guts to stay so long.
What do I? Well, sure.
I don't blame you, love. You should have walked out months ago. I'll miss you.
But dating calls.
Don't contact me.
I'll see you around sometime, maybe.
Take the case back upstairs, eh? Put us on the bed. And unpack later.
Yes, sir. That's my baby. That's my...
Relax. In a Johnson's Baby moisturizing bath. A cleansing of Johnson's Baby bath with Johnson's Baby oil. To moisturize your skin, then help seal in that moisture. Rediscover baby soft skin.
My Johnson's Baby now.
For more than a generation, people have trusted Panadol. Now there's new Panadol Ultra, a powerful pain reliever that helps combat pain like dental pain, a thumping headache, even migraine. Panadol Ultra helps take care of pain with 2 pain-relieving ingredients at the maximum level you can buy without prescription. Panadol, pain relief people trust.
Biro, grass, yuck. Use new Vanish Gel before you wash and wipe out the stains some Ultra powders alone can leave behind.
Dove contains neutral cleansing ingredients and 1/4 moisturizing cream.
To discover the real difference between the world's 2 leading soft drinks, we're implementing an anthropological study. Chimp A will be allowed nothing but a leading cola. Chimp B, nothing but Pepsi. The results are astounding. The chimp that drank a leading cola showed improvement in motor skills. The chimp that drank Pepsi, however, disappeared.
Hello? It's him.
Evenings with Will usually follow a pattern. He likes to cook. I have to work. When he lets me. He's not the best cook, but he's good at a spaghetti bolognese, which he makes with corn. Corn's vegetable in origin. It's very low in fat. It's also a terrific source of protein. It tastes great, too. There's nothing artificial about it. You can tell he likes it.
Quorn, a happy partnership of taste and health.
Oh, no. We've gone too far this time.
One too many and you might turn 30.
If I was a man, you'd take me home weeks ago. Come on, I'll just say hello, make polite noises, and then we'll go.
No, please, it's dead awkward at the moment.
In other words, you're ashamed of me.
Well, not of you.
Of us, then? I find that quite hurtful, actually. I hope you haven't made your mum feel you're ashamed of her. Oh, it's a bit childish, you know, Beth. You can't keep us apart forever.
Yeah, I
And to
know.
be honest, I'd rather meet her as what I am, as your lover. Don't you think it's time you did a grown-up thing and told her?
What about us?
About you.
Well, I couldn't.
Sweetheart, you can't keep the most important thing about yourself from your mum. From the rest of the world, yeah, if you have to, but not from your mum.
I can't. No, Grace, I'm sorry, I can't. I'm not ready.
OK. You can't put it off much longer.
She won't have it.
Who won't have what?
Your mother. Refused point blank. A meeting of vital importance to the whole neighbourhood, and all she could do is witter on about coffee stains on the carpet and uneaten sausage rolls and the rest of it. So, I was wondering, Patsy, my darling, if we could just, like, change the venue on the computer.
Uh-huh. I see. Where to, exactly?
Well, as you and Max are residents, prominent residents, it did occur to me...
Oh, go in, Dad. I'm sure Max would be delighted to host an emergency residence meeting.
Thank you, my darling.
Press E for edit.
Yeah, okay. No, no problem. See you later.
Sure.
That was wrong. Wanted me to do the afternoon shift.
Well, what did you say?
I said yes. I need the money.
You will come back, won't you?
What are you talking about?
You won't change your mind. You will come back.
I'll come back. God help me.
Bread, tea.
Bran flakes, sugar, cabbage, belly pork, that's cheap.
What's that for?
Shopping. It's OK, I'm only borrowing it. I'm down to about 90p.
Well, you shouldn't be taking out the loan tin.
What else can I do? I've got 4 mouths to feed. Well, 3.5. Beth's out most of the time. Actually, I was going to ask. I mean, I hate mentioning it, but maybe your mum could pay a little towards the keep.
Oh, God, man, the keep. I never even thought. Tell you what, I'll get round to her place this week and do some work. Yeah, how much do you want?
No, look, you got the loan as well, Sinbad. Don't take her dignity away. She must be on sick pay or something. If you could just mention it to her tactfully, say £15 a week, that would really help.
Mum? I forgot my games kit.
Oh, no.
Oh, Mum!
Oh, look, I'm sorry, love. I haven't had time to do the washing. I've been too busy settling Mrs. Sweeney in.
Why do I have to have her here? She's not family.
Rachel?
Well, she's not, and it's a drag. I can't play music anymore. I can't use extension. I can't have friends round.
Oh, nobody said anything. Just be quiet, eh?
No, go on, let her get it off her chest.
Come in, Mrs. Sweeney. I don't want to interrupt. You're not interrupting anything. Now, come in and sit down.
I haven't taken your room, have I, Rachel?
No, of course you haven't. Apologise to Mrs. Sweeney.
I really think I should go back to my own place.
No, not until I've fixed it up, you don't.
Apologise.
No, really, I should be the one.
Sorry. So I can have friends round then?
Yes, of course you can.
So I can leak around tonight?
Oh, look, I'm sorry, Rach.
I don't believe you. You just said...
Don't open the door. I'll write your games teacher a note.
Oh, hello, my dear. Is your mother in?
It's Mr. Crosby.
Oh, come in, Mr. Crosby.
Ah, Sinbad. Good, good. 2 birds with 1 stone. Look, invitations for you both. Emergency meeting of the residents. I take it you both got this leaflet about Lee Banks through your letterboxes this morning?
About Lee?
Yeah, have a look at that, love. That's why I've got to say no.
Well, I don't know about you, but I think a family like that's going to attract a lot of trouble into the close, and I'm not at all happy about it.
Still news. I knew all about that ages ago. Lee told me.
Well, that's why your mum doesn't want the lad in the house.
I don't care what he did. I like him.
Not the sort of young man, my dear, that girls like you should be associating with, I'm afraid. Oh, by the way, that's not the only item on the agenda. There's that business with the Corkhill chap, plus the God Squatters, and... Anyway, look, I'd better get the rest of these distributed, so I'll see you both there then, right?
Definitely.
Bye for now.
Bye. I'm sorry, Rachel. I know you like Lee, but I don't want you seeing him again.
Oh, right. So it's to walk around with a blindfold on?
Oh, don't be stupid.
Well, don't talk to your mum like that.
Well, you can't stop me seeing him at school. I mean, I'm fed up of this. He's always here, but I can't have anyone round. And then you're banning me from seeing my best mate. I can't do anything, me, can I?
Oh, God.
That's all right. I'll go and calm her down.
I really don't want to cause this kind of trouble.
Don't worry, this wasn't you. I'll go and see if I can talk to her.
She's not at all happy about me being here, is she?
Oh, she's not happy about anything at the moment. She's at that age.
Actually, I'm glad to have a moment alone with you. I would like to ease the burden a little, if only financially. I was thinking I could probably manage £10 a week. Would that be all right?
10?
Well, I'm afraid my sick pay is a bit on the mean side. But if 10's not enough, you must say so at once.
Well, actually, Mrs. Sweeney, that would be fine. Thank you.
You must be very fond of Thomas.
Pardon?
I don't fool myself that you're doing this because you're fond of me. It's a great comfort to know that someone like... Well, that you and he...
No, really, no. We're just good friends.
Hi, Jack. Hey, Rachel, your dash hasn't gone past in the last 5 minutes, has she?
I'm seeing her.
Oh, by the way, Jimmy, how did he get on today?
Yeah, he pleaded guilty. Sentencing in about 3 weeks. They're waiting for reports.
Right. Oh, I don't know whether David Crosby's been in with one of his little invites for Ron, but I just thought I'd better warn you. There's a residents' meeting on Wednesday, and Jimmy's on the agenda. He's item number 2. The banks are number 1.
Banks are number 1 what?
You know, on people's hit list. Money banks, you know, personal accounts, interest rates and stuff. I'll see you later, Jack.
Try, love.
Traffic warden's come a close second. Hi.
Look, listen,
Jackie.
I want to apologise for what Jimmy... Can't even look you in the face. I'm so ashamed.
How did he get on today?
Oh, he pleaded guilty. But we won't know anything, you know, till they've done all the reports. Listen, I don't know if you've seen this. We're both in the same boat, really. They're having a meeting about us. The Brookside Residents Committee.
Meeting about us?
To discuss that. And Jimmy.
I see. So, banks with a capital B are number 1 on the hit list.
You're not alone. Jimmy's number 2.
What are they going to do about it, eh? When they've had their nice little backstabbing gossip about us. Lynch us. Drive us out. Excuse me.
Eddie, read that.
Look, hey.
Oh, those flaming bloody tears.
Oh, that's not all. Jackie Corkhill.
Oh, you've been talking to Jackie Corkhill?
Don't you say anything against Jackie. She's my friend.
Hey, I've nothing against her. It's him. I hope they lock him away till he's drawing his pension.
Oh, well, he's way down on the hit list. They've reserved top place for us. There's a meeting of the Residents' Committee Wednesday night. We're the main topic.
Oh, I see. A secret little meeting with the knives out, eh? To carve up the problem family. Well, we'll be there.
We haven't been invited, Dad.
Do you think that's going to stop me? Let them try. Let the buggers try.
No! It's me. I'm stopping you. You barge in on their meeting and they'll really turn against us. Look, I'm sick of being public enemy number 1. I've made good friends here. I want to keep them. So you play this my way, right? Don't you dare go anywhere near their meeting.
As from next week, the new Brookside lineup means that the Monday edition will be moving to Tuesday at 8:30, and the Wednesday and Friday episodes will remain at their usual times.
didn't throw away the keys then, eh?
They've given me bail for a couple of weeks, you know. Till they're ready for sentencing. Why are you holding these back?
You thought right.
Thanks anyway, Barry.
For what?
Well, give me the job in the first place, you know. You know what it was like, but gave me a chance anyway. I appreciate that.
I gave you the chance because you promised you wouldn't go robbing anymore.
I meant it at the time, and... Hey, sorry for letting you down. I better get going.
Yeah, get off. Get home. Get some clean clothes on. I'm not having you walking down the club looking like that.
Go on.
I want you back by 8 o'clock tonight, Jimmy.
Yeah, but...
Look, I'm demoting you. I'm not sacking you. I might be able to trust you to be head of security anymore, but I still need a general dog's body to do all the other jobs people don't want to do.
Honest?
But don't get too excited. Like you said yourself, you still might go down. But in the meantime, Jimmy, stay out of trouble.
Hey, Baz. You made me day.
Look, with your shorthand skills, I was wondering if we could rely on you to take a few notes this evening.
Oh, Dad, I haven't used my shorthand for years. I'd be awful.
Oh, I'm sure it'll all come back. It's like riding a bike. It never leaves you.
David, don't be so bossy. If Patricia doesn't want to do it, leave it alone. How your father and I have managed to survive almost 40 years, I will never know.
What a terrible thing to say. We've got our anniversary next month.
Got anything special planned for the big 4-0?
Well, I'd be content with just a quiet evening in.
Nonsense. There's not many people nowadays reach their 40th wedding anniversary. I want us to celebrate in style.
Oh, it sounds like a lot of effort to me.
Oh, no, Mum. Dad's right. You should do something. We'll sort something out. Won't we, darling?
Yes, that's just what we need, a big knees up.
Hey, can you put this card in the window?
Yeah, sure. What's it for?
You're part-time cleaner at the club.
Oh, yeah. What's the pay like?
£3 an hour.
Cash in hand?
Yeah, why?
I'll do it.
You?
Well, why not? I need the money, don't I? I'm saving up.
Well, what about your job in here?
I don't get paid for that, do I? I do it for love.
Have you got any experience?
Well, I know how to dust and hoover. What else do I need to know?
What are you saving up for?
I'm trying to get the money together for a portfolio. You know, glamour photos. They're dead expensive, but I need one if I want to get a proper agent. You know, for singing, like.
Fancy yourself as a star, do you?
Well, I did win the talent night at the Legion. Ray Piper reckons my voice is a cross between Whitney Houston and Sonia.
Does he?
Yeah, I need backing tapes doing as well.
Well, it's not very glamorous, though, is it? You know, working as a cleaner in the nightclub. I wouldn't have thought it was your line.
Well, it's not very glamorous working here either, is it? But we've all got to start somewhere. And we're better than a nightclub.
What would one say about it?
What's it got to do with him? I'd be living with him, but I've still got my independence.
Any chance of you starting Friday?
Are you serious?
Well, save me having to do a load of interviews, won't it?
Put this in the bin then.
Your mum was fishing for gossip yesterday.
What about?
Me and you.
Oh, aye.
I put her straight. I told her we were good friends, nothing else.
Well, that's the truth, isn't it?
Ah, glad you could make it. Oh, Mandy, this might seem like a very odd question, but I don't suppose you have any secretarial skills.
No, not really. I mean, I did shorthand at school, but that's about it.
Oh, excellent. Just what I wanted to hear. I need a volunteer to take the minutes of tonight's meeting.
Well, it was a long time ago. I don't think I remember any of it now.
Nonsense. It'll all come flooding back when you get into the swing of things. It's like riding a bike. It never leaves you. Come in, come in. I'll get you a notebook and a pencil. Sinbad, good man.
Right, Ed, how you come to this meeting? We haven't been invited, have we? How come? You tell me.
That must be some mistake. Everyone's invited, aren't they?
Everyone apart from us, that is.
Right, everybody look out. I think it's about time we got underway.
Well, there's not many people here. Don't you think she'll wait a few minutes?
Well, any latecomers will be issued with Mrs. Jordash's copious notes at a future date, and they can recap then.
Oh, I'll get it. Yeah, Ben, you told you should have waited a few minutes.
Got it really lovely in here, haven't you? It's sort of modern but cosy.
Sorry, Mason. You're all right. Mandy will give you a few copious notes later on.
Eh?
Right, now, before we move on to the main issues open to discussion, I'd just like to start by thanking Max and Patricia for allowing us to use their house this evening for this meeting. And I'd be grateful if you could minute that, please, Mrs. Jordash.
Oh, right.
Now, I'd also like to inform you that I've registered our group with the Federation of Private Residents, and I suggest a small subscription fee of £1 per resident, and that'll go towards the cost of refreshments, phone calls, stationery, etc., etc.
I've only got about £3 to last me till my next wage.
And I would like to propose my wife, Jean, as our first official treasurer.
I'll second that.
Oh, thank you.
Very responsible position, that, Jean.
Now, if anybody's got any objection to this proposal, please raise your hand now.
Only joking, dear.
Well, in which case, it gives me great pleasure to welcome Mrs. Jean Crosby as our first official residence treasurer.
Hip, hip, hooray.
Yes, yes, thank you, thank you.
Do you want me to write all this down?
Oh, absolutely. Everything must be minuted.
Well, can you slow down a bit, because I can't keep up.
Right. Well, all subscriptions should be handed in to Jean at the close of the meeting. Right? Now, I'd like to begin by reminding ourselves of why we are here this evening.
Well, I'm here for the tea and the free butties. Didn't know we had to make a contribution.
Gone are the days when you could leave your back door or your windows open.
Just a minute, Mr. Crosby. Right, what's that about back doors?
Look, we've got an awful lot to get through, Mrs. Jordash. I don't want us getting behind schedule.
Well, I'll do my best to keep up, but I can't promise I'll get every detail, though.
Oh, very well, as long as you get the main gist of things. Now, in recent times, we've heard an awful lot about back to basics and family values and...
No offence, Mr. Crosby, but would you mind if we got back to basics now and just concentrated on the main issues of this meeting? I'm going to get back to the pizza party, you know.
Yeah, and I've got to get off early, you know.
Oh, very well. Well, the main items to be discussed on the agenda are our local nightclub, or should I say an employee of that establishment who's been found guilty of breaking into our homes on the close, our local so-called Christian cranks squatting across the way, and the new arrivals at number 9. Oh, if anyone has got anything else they'd like to throw into the arena, please feel free.
Yes, I have, actually.
Oh, fire away.
Well, I don't mean to pry or anything. It's just, well, all these stories about your sister-in-law in the newspapers at the moment. I was wondering if it meant we were going to have all kinds of reporters hanging around the close again.
Yeah, it's a good point. They've even been poking around my place.
Oh, no, I shouldn't think so, no.
It's a valid point, though, isn't it? I mean, it's all right blaming all these recent robberies on Jimmy Corkill. But how do we know that half of these reporters are house robbers in disguise? Just hanging around watching us coming and going?
That's a good point. I haven't thought of that.
So are all these stories about this other woman and the kid true, then?
Well, nothing's been confirmed yet.
But it's a bit weird, though, isn't it? I mean, why would this woman say that she's had a kid to your brother if she
We are
hasn't?
not here to discuss the antics of David's late brother.
I agree, but in all fairness, if it affects us directly, then we've got a right to ask.
So you're saying it's not true, then?
Believe me, I think I can state with total confidence it's all a load of nonsense.
Hello, Penny.
Ah, we were just talking about you.
So I heard.
We were just discussing what a nuisance all those reporters were when they were hanging around outside.
That's strange. I thought you were discussing whether my husband had an illegitimate child by another woman.
Well...
Since you're all so obviously interested in hearing the truth, you'll be able to do so by watching television this Friday morning.
Why are you going to be on the telly?
Yes, I've agreed to be interviewed. I know the truth and I'm not afraid to tell it. So, you'll be able to hear all the lurid details for yourselves. Check she's all right.
Yes, I'll put the kettle on.
Hey, I wonder what side she's on. We'll have to take that.
Seems funny one of the neighbours being on television.
My kids have been made up when it's Ellen.
This is all obviously getting to her. Do you notice how rough she's looking?
Well, that's what she gets for marrying an MP.
Order!
Pen, you sure you won't change your mind about appearing on this TV show?
I've got nothing to lose.
Can't help blaming myself for all this. I mean, if it wasn't for me, you'd never have agreed to talk to that newspaper in the first place.
It's my problem. Let me sort it out anyway.
Can I get you anything?
No, you go back to your charming neighbours. I'll be fine.
Hello, Barry. Didn't expect to see you here.
Well, I heard about your little meeting. Thought it's nice to take an interest in the local community.
All right, Barry, we were just talking about you.
Only nice things, I hope.
Well, actually, it was about your ex-employee, Jimmy Corkill.
You said he was an ex-employee?
You kept the man on. Despite the fact that he was caught red-handed last week, burgling number 9.
Listen, Jimmy needs help, not punishment. He needs a second chance. Besides, I've demoted him.
Demoted him?
I didn't come here to talk about Jimmy.
I'm afraid he's a priority item on our agenda.
I can't believe he's being so stupid.
You hear about drug addicts all the time, but you don't imagine that someone you know could become one.
I mean, what makes a person take drugs in the first place? What tempts them? How do they know where to get hold of it?
How many Max drinks, everyone?
Cheers, Pat.
I suppose he could have come across them in the club.
Hey, that club's clean.
Sorry, I wasn't saying that.
No, well, it's a fair point, though, Barry, isn't it? I mean, you do have all them rave nights and all that. They're nearly now for drugs and everything, aren't they? If you've got any complaints about the club, see Oscar Dean. I didn't come here to talk about the club. Yeah, I'll get it.
Well, perhaps we should invite this Mr. Dean to our next meeting.
You'd be lucky he's never there. Aye, it's Jesus Christ Sullivan.
Oh, it is.
I'm sorry, but this meeting is for residents only.
I am a resident.
You're a squatter. There's a massive difference.
I live on the close and that makes me a resident, whether you like it or not. I've every right to be at this meeting. Besides, I was at the last one.
Everyone knows the house has been sold.
Yeah, but who to, eh? Nobody's seen anyone, so they can't be that interested.
I know about the house.
Who?
Me.
You?
Yeah, that's right. That's why I'm here. Thought you'd want to know.
Ooh, nice one.
Householder. Look, I'm in no rush to get you out. Contracts haven't been exchanged yet. And besides, with you lot in there, no one else is going to rob it, are they? The place will be warm, secure.
I'd like to call the meeting to order again, please. Time's getting on. Well, I hope everybody enjoyed the refreshments.
I've got to get going now.
But we haven't discussed your property. It's number 5.
Yeah, well, I've got a club to run, haven't I? I'll see you all around.
See
you, Baz.
Oh, right then. Well, I do think we'd better press on regardless. Now, I assume that you all had one of these posted through your letterboxes yesterday.
I was talking to that Eddie Banks before. You reckon he hadn't been invited to this meeting?
Well, that wouldn't surprise me with this lot.
Well, I felt that due to the delicate nature of the issue, some residents might feel inhibited about expressing their true opinions if any of the Banks family were present.
Fair dues.
That's hardly fair, though, is it? All of us sitting around discussing their family who haven't even been invited to put forward their side of the argument.
For those in any confusion, the Banks family were forced out of their last home when their youngest son, Lee, along with some other hooligans, stole a car and knocked down a young girl. She's now confined to a wheelchair for the rest of her life. I assume it was her family who provided us with this information.
You forgot to mention, David, that the boy was punished for what he did. He was separated from his mum and dad for 2 years. I mean, we're talking about a 14-year-old boy and not an adult.
Yeah, Mick, but you wouldn't be saying that if it was your little Gemma that he'd knocked down, and if she was in a wheelchair for the rest of her life.
I'm surprised at you, Sin. I thought you might have been a bit more understanding.
All I understand is that little girl will never walk again. I'm sorry, he deserves all he gets. There's some little gets going round these days, and he deserves to be punished.
Well, I'm not trying to justify what the boy done.
I blame a lot of it on the TV and these violent videos. You've forever seen fast car chases. If you asked me, some of these TV companies should take responsibility. They're the ones that make this sort of thing look glamorous and exciting.
I'll go along with that. The telly's full of propaganda, poisoning our minds, telling us how they want us to think.
Let's see them.
I don't go that far, but I agree with a lot of what you're saying.
No fairness, Dee. You can't blame everything on the telly. There is such a thing as being a responsible parent. If I don't think a programme is suitable for Leo Gemma, then I'll turn it over or turn it off.
That is an interesting point there from Mr. Johnson. I mean, is it really fair to lay the blame on the television, or even the children for that matter? Aren't the true culprits in cases of this kind really the parents?
Is Jeremy Paxman or someone?
I hope you're getting all that, Mrs. Jordache.
Well, I personally think there is a serious point we appear to have overlooked. When this young lad was out stealing cars, where were his parents?
I think a lot of problems could be solved if parents took a firmer hand with the children.
Well, there are always gangs hanging around the shops. I have seen children as young as 8 or 9 standing around smoking and being cheeky.
Mike, you've been very quiet this evening. What do you think about all this? What's the view of the younger generation? Do you think it's fair to blame the parents?
No, actually. All kids have got a mind of their own.
Doesn't matter what age you are, you still know what you're doing is wrong. Now, I had good, normal parents who taught me the difference between right and wrong. But I still did stupid things when I was younger. I messed about in cars and everything. People have to learn from their own mistakes.
That's all very well, but the bottom line has to be, do we really want a family living on the close who are targets of serious vendettas and attacks?
It's all very worrying. I mean, any one of us could be caught up in the crossfire.
Well, I must admit, I'm worried about that too. I mean, I'm right next door to them. They've already had one brick through the window. What if it happens again? They could easily get the wrong window, and I'm living on my own with 2 young girls.
And my mum's staying there at the moment.
Well, I'd say there's every likelihood of it happening again. I mean, if this other family have gone to such lengths as photocopying these press cuttings, posting them through all our front doors, then it seems to me that they're not going to be content until the banks have been forced to move again.
So what do you suggest then, Max? If you feel so strongly about it, why don't you just go over there now and ask them to leave?
Yeah, no, look, let's not be hasty. We're just discussing the issue at the moment.
You know, I think we could be creating a bit of a storm in a teacup here. I mean, once the banks realise we've all received one of these press packs, then the likelihood is they'll want to move anyway. I mean, I know I would.
Oh, I think in general this whole community has been going downhill for some while now. This new family is just the tip of the iceberg. It's all very well making excuses for this young lad, but the bottom line has to be, if this young lad was out stealing cars at the age of 12, then it's perfectly clear to me what sort of family he's from.
So they're scallies, you mean?
Yeah. The sort we certainly don't want living round here.
I seem to remember hearing all this when we moved in.
It hardly seems fair to blame the entire family just for what the boy's done.
Look, if Thomas was to go joyriding, then I would be held totally responsible. But of course, we'd always make sure we knew where he was and what he was up to in the first place.
Max, it's not as simple as that.
Well, I grew up without a mum and a dad. I didn't go out robbing cars or anything.
Well, I think when we were younger, people just had a lot more respect for the law.
Oh, yes. Well, that's where we come back to the breakdown of society and family values, isn't it? What with marriage breaking up left, right and centre, single-parent families springing up all over the place, is it any wonder that young people don't seem to know the difference between right and wrong anymore?
Don't give me that one-parent family crap. If kids are going to get into trouble, they will, no matter what the family background is.
In all fairness, Dad, Lee Banks isn't from a one-parent family.
It's this government we should be blaming for the breakdown of law and order, not one-parent families.
Did you get that, Mrs. Jordache?
Yeah, just about.
Oh, no. Some people's punctuality is appalling.
I'll go.
Just as well we have Mrs. Jordache taking the minutes. If I had a recap for the benefit of every latecomer, we'd be here all night. Oh, hello, we weren't expecting you.
Oh, sorry I'm late. I wasn't quite sure what time you were getting started. Invitation must have got lost in the post or something.
Yeah, you can have my seat. I'm off.
But we still haven't properly
number
discussed...
5's off the agenda now, don't you? Why don't you see the owner, Barry? See ya.
So, how come we didn't get an invite? I thought this was supposed to be a residents' meeting.
I told him it was out of order, mate.
I take it was because of those press cuttings you all got yesterday. Not one person had the guts to knock on our door and ask us what all this was about. If you'd had it done, we'd have been only too glad to put you straight. You were dead matey with us when we first moved in, so why the cold shoulder now? All right, so while Lee was guilty, I don't deny that. Do you really think he deserves to go on being punished for the rest of his life? He's already lost 2 years of his life. 2 years away from me and his mother. It's a long time when you're only 12 years of age. He's also got to live with the guilt of what he's done for the rest of his life. Nobody will ever understand the pain that lad's already been through. The pain me and my wife have been through. It was me who taught him to drive. Just a bit of fun. But he got him with some scallies, didn't he? But should we really be punished forever?
Yeah.
But if you do feel so strongly about us living round here, then just say so. Now. Because we will move, if that's what you want. We've already had to run away once. We can do it again. It's up to you.
I reckon we should take a vote on it, David. Officially through the chair, you know.
Oh, very well, if that's what you want. Right. All those in favour of the bank's leaving, raise your hands.
I'd say that was an overwhelming majority, wouldn't you, Mr. Crosby? Will you put that in the minutes, please, Mandy?
Right then. I'll leave you to it.
Anything else on the agenda? It's getting late.
No. No, I think we can declare the meeting closed now.
In that case, I better get going. I've got a business to run. You see, Mr. Crosby, I may have got in a bit of trouble when I was a kid, but I still managed to make something of my life. And I'm sure if we all give this Lee Banks a chance, you could do the same.
Yeah, I've got to get off as well, I'm going to check on my mum.
We'll get going then.
I'll be grateful if you could let me have those notes as soon as possible, Mrs. Jordache.
Well, I'll do my best. Just hope I can understand them.
Right, I'll give you a hand with the dishes.
It's all right, don't bother, we can manage. Thanks for that. See you at work tomorrow.
Bye.
The entire meeting was a disaster.
No, it wasn't. It wasn't that bad. At least people were open with their opinions. That's what you wanted, wasn't it?
I mean, can you believe the nerve of that Banks man just bursting in here like that?
I didn't know where to look.
I thought your interview wasn't until the day after tomorrow.
Where are you going?
London. I've decided to go down tonight. Thought I'd spend the day round town at someone else's expense.
Pen, how can you be certain that these TV people won't manipulate you in exactly the same way that the papers did?
It's a live show. No one will be able to misquote me. I'll have the freedom to say whatever I want.
I don't like the idea of you going down there alone.
Why don't you leave it till the morning? I'll run you down in the Cortina.
Oh, it'd take forever in that old thing.
Well, Max could take you down in our car. You haven't got any other plans, have you, darling?
Well, no.
Well, I wouldn't want to be a burden.
You wouldn't, in fact, to be honest. Wouldn't mind a sneak look behind the scenes.
Well, there you are, then. That's settled.
Right, well, I'm coming along too. You know, just to keep an eye on things. I wouldn't want them to get out of hand.
Why not hire a coach and bring along the residents' committee?
Thanks for sticking up for us in there.
That's the very least I could do.
Cheers, mate. I appreciate it.
With any luck, that should put an end to all the gossip, no?
I wouldn't count on that. You don't know how bad it got in our old place. I'm starting to think we'll never be accepted round here now. That lot seemed pretty much against us. They just didn't have the guts to say it to me face.
Blow over. They'll all be moaning about someone else next week.
Wish I could be so sure, Mick. But they'll win in the end. So maybe it'd be easier all round if we just packed our bags and moved somewhere else.
Well, from next week, Monday's Brookside moves to Tuesday at 8:30, with the Wednesday and Friday episodes staying at the usual times.
Hello, you're up and about early.
Can I come in?
Yeah, everything okay?
No, my flaming telly's on the blink, and I wanted to catch that interview with Lady Penelope. Do you mind?
Well, no, I wanted to watch it myself.
Hang on, you're on the wrong side.
Oh, switch it over, Rach.
I'm watching this.
We'll be going to school soon.
Wait, Zig and Zag are on in a minute.
Oh, come on, Rach.
I want to live here.
Hey, any chance of a cup of coffee while I'm watching this?
Welcome to Hotel Brookside.
It'll be quite good because the cartoon has made such a comeback and
it's
revival.
great.
All that music. I won't sing it for you. It's a bit early in the morning.
I hate the idea of even stepping out the front door now.
I dare say it, David Crosby's the other night. What more can I do?
It's not going to stop people turning the other way when we meet in the close or at the shops. Oh, God. Can't we move, Addy?
Thoughts about nothing else, but the answer's no. We can't come in. Look at that Mick fella from the pizza place. Not everyone's against us. Isn't it time you were off to school, son?
Yeah. Go and get your jacket and that then, love.
Did Rachel's mum tell you I wasn't allowed to see her anymore?
No, love.
She won't even let her go to the club round the corner with me.
Since when, son?
She told me out there just now
And Mum told her to go back in the house.
Don't take any notice of them, love. If they want to be stupid, let them be like that.
Yeah, don't you worry, son. There's plenty of people to be friends with at school.
Everyone round here hates me.
He was taken away for what he did. You just don't like him.
Look, it's not a question of not liking him. I'm sure he's very nice.
No, you hate him. You must do. If you didn't, you'd let me see him.
I'm sorry, Rach. I can't take the risk of him leading you into trouble.
That's stupid. Lee's over that now. He doesn't want to get into any more trouble.
Look, don't just think that because...
You're missing the telly.
As well as all that, a little bit later in the programme, we'll be talking to Mrs. Crosby. She's
Look,
the widow of
yeah,
the
talking about Lady
Crosby,
Penelope.
about her treatment by the media in the months after his suicide over a call girl and embezzlement scandal.
But first, the news wherever you are.
Oh, God, another break. I've got to get round to my mum's later. I've got a fella coming round to tell me what work needs doing immediately.
Has he told you how much it's likely to be?
Oh, I'll give him a chance. He hasn't even seen a job yet.
Could cost thousands.
Well, he knows I haven't got thousands.
The Prevention of Terrorism Act. The couple, a man in his early
Yeah,
20s
don't we know
and a
it?
woman in her 30s,
What's
were
up?
arrested as they tried to board
It's a loan
last night's
company.
ferry to Dunley.
We're a month behind on the repayments. How do we let that happen?
To interview the couple. and
Yeah,
the police
out, all right. Don't worry about this.
Yeah, but the next repayment's due today, for heaven's sake.
Oh, no, Matt. Look, it's not even signed. Look, arrears control department. This is just routine, spat out of some computer.
Yeah, but it's still got to be paid.
Oh, Mandy, it's nothing to worry about, I'm telling you.
I've never been behind on anything like this. It frightens me.
Oh, I'm telling you, look, it's just routine. Loads of people are behind with the repayments.
To provide increased facilities and resources to fight the disease.
It's bank holiday on Monday. Hey, let's forget about all this. Let's go out and have a nice little day out, eh? What do you think?
Health and Social Security.
Bagels, did he call these? I don't believe I've ever tried them before.
They're delicious.
You nervous?
Just a bit. Who wouldn't be?
Not too late to back out, you know.
I've no intention of backing out. I'm going to have my say.
Yes, I know, Ben, but if you really thought
David,
that you couldn't...
please, stop fussing. The producer's given me a general rundown of what's to be discussed.
Well, just as long as you know that Max and I are here.
Where is Max?
I don't know.
Hello, Mrs. Crosby, Eamon Holmes, pleased to meet you. I'll be doing the interview with you together with Lorraine later in the programme.
Hello.
David Crosby. Clive was my brother.
Right, pleased to meet you.
Pleased to meet you.
Let me just run through...
You know, I watch you now and then. I think you're awfully good.
Oh, you're the one.
Funnily enough, you look rather smaller than you do on the television.
No, like quit while you're ahead, Mr. Crosby. We need to, when we get into studio and we discuss through what we're going to do regarding...
Eamon, look, I think, actually, that we ought to have a rundown on the questions that you intend putting to my sister-in-law.
Well, actually, what we need to do, first of all, Mr. Crosby, we need to get her into makeup. So if you would bring your drink with you, you're more than welcome to stay here and avail of whatever hospitality we have.
Yes, but I know you hear this all the time, but I'd really love to have a look round the place. It looks so interesting.
Right. Well, I'll try and get someone to arrange that, but if we could just make our way to makeup, because time is against us for the...
Oh, hello.
How are you?
Look what I've got. Thomas will be chuffed. What is it? Wait, Mr. Motivator's autograph.
Mr. Who?
Motivator. You know, he does the keep fit stuff. Oh, you must have seen him.
Folks, we couldn't move, please, could we?
Oh, yes, Max, look, we're just going to go and see Penny get titivated in the makeup department.
Oh, great. Right, let's go.
But we could move away from here. Right away from Liverpool. They wouldn't find us then.
No, love. We're staying put. If we keep our heads held high, eventually...
No.
Eventually, this'll all blow over.
But we could have a fresh start if we went somewhere else.
What we need to do is stick together and not let anyone out there win. I told you, not everyone's against us.
The main thing is, Mrs. Crosby, relax and try to enjoy it. Okay?
Thanks.
Listen, you two are more than welcome to watch from the green room. You'll be very comfortable in there.
But, Eamon, that's just like watching it at home, isn't it? Do you think it might be possible for Max and I to stand behind the cameras in the studio or something?
Okay, there's a floor manager on his way in. I'm sure if you ask him, he'll sort you out. I must go, or there won't be a programme. See you later. Cheers.
Right, Max, could you sort that? I better phone Jean and remind her to make sure she tapes it, okay? You know, I reckon David thinks he's on telly himself.
Thank God he's not.
Now it's time to meet Penny Crosby, the widow of MP Clive Crosby. She'll be telling us how the press affected her life after her husband's suicide and the embezzlement of her family's company. Good morning to you.
Hello.
Well, for the last 6 months or so, you've had more than...
Oh, hey, look, there she is. Oh, I really wanted to watch this, you know, and I've got to go to work. Tape it for me, will you?
Does that bring...
Hey?
I said tape this for me. When are you planning to go to work?
There's Mummy until this afternoon.
You've hardly done anything all week. Take it Barry's reduced your wages as well as your hours. I have to ask Ron for extra time. Right. I'm off.
Hey, you haven't got a couple of quid you could let us have you both?
I haven't. And don't forget to take that for us. Rice them off. I'll see you. Sure.
Yeah, see ya.
You were apart from each other and you didn't know what he was doing?
No, I didn't. I didn't for a while, yes.
Well, Mrs. Crosby, when did you discover that you were at the centre of attention, all this press attention?
Well, it was on the day that we discovered that Clive had killed himself.
And that must have been a terrible shock for you.
It was, yes.
This was when you were at your house in Banbury?
That's right. They completely surrounded us, besieged the place.
What sort of things did they do?
Well, knocking on doors, demanding statements and interviews and photographs.
That must have been quite frightening, your whole world turned upside down.
It was, yes.
She looks
Did you any time try to ask them to leave, to try and ask the journalists to leave?
Well, we tried, yes, but it was hopeless. My brother-in-law even threatened the police, but they still wouldn't leave.
Can you give us any idea at all, Mrs. Crosby, what it was like being cut off at a time of family bereavement?
Well, it was awful. I felt sort of invaded, as if my life didn't belong to me anymore.
And there must obviously have been some practical difficulties as well.
Well, yes, it was a nightmare trying to arrange the funeral. I mean, it wasn't just me and my immediate family being kept in, it was other people being kept out, so all the funeral arrangements were very difficult.
So it was the actual siege of the house that prompted you then to go on the run, was it?
That's right, yes. I had to sneak out of my house in the middle of the night and go off to my brother-in-law's house in Liverpool. If it wasn't for David...
Well, Mrs. Crosby, we'll leave it there. We'll take a break and see you in a couple of minutes.
Is that it? Well, she hardly seemed to say anything.
Oh, she'll be back after the break.
Makes me wonder if it's worthwhile going all the way to London just for a few minutes on television.
I thought she was very good, a bit nervous. Well, we certainly drew the short straw as Max and Dad swanning around the West End, and I'm left with a mess from Dad's residence meeting.
Oh, it's not that bad.
Why wouldn't you let Dad hold it in your place, then?
Point taken.
Anyway, this place is looking a bit tatty without inviting the entire local community in. Could do with a good spring clean or decorating, even.
In your condition? We'll have to go to the loo. Shout when it comes back on.
Mum, back on!
Now, for those of you who have just joined us, we're talking to Penny Crosby. Many of you will be familiar with her story from the papers. Over the last 6 months or so, since her husband committed suicide following a call girl and embezzlement scandal, Mrs. Crosby suffered weeks of press harassment, often only finding out the next stage of her husband's activities from the press. That must have been very hurtful for you, to just find out what was going on from press reports.
Well, yes, of course.
You knew nothing of the financial situation at your family company, did you?
No, that was very hurtful. The company had been in my family for nearly 80 years, founded by my grandfather. And suddenly there were all sorts of half-baked statements in the press.
Inaccurate material, do you mean?
Well, yes. Well, no, not exactly. It was just very painful, finding out from the press rather than from people that I'd known for years.
I suppose other disclosures more recently must have been equally as painful.
Well, it must have been a great shock to hear from one national newspaper that your husband had a 10-year-old son that you didn't know anything about.
That David?
That is the case, I believe.
That particular newspaper... It's as bad as the woman who said she was my husband's mistress. They're both liars.
Are you suggesting that the article was in fact fabricated?
I am, yes. It's time everybody knew about it.
But surely it is a fact, is it not, that Sandra Pennington did have a son by your husband whilst he was an MP? I mean, what would she have to gain by making something like that up?
It's absolutely not true. She's made it all up. The press put her up to it.
Yeah, but Mrs. Crosby, I mean, this woman does say that she has proof, and indeed that Mr. Crosby actually set up a trust fund for his son.
This is outrageous. I've had a... This is outrageous!
Excuse me.
Do you have to humiliate her like this? I want you to put a stop to this right now.
David, stay out of this. I want to have my say.
Well, obviously, feelings running very high among the family.
I should explain to those of you watching at home, this gentleman is Clive Crosby's brother. If you wish to join us, sir, you're very welcome to sit down.
No, I'm sorry. I am not going to have her private life dissected all over the television screen. No, I'm not.
All right, David, I'll leave it to you. You have your say.
Well, we're sorry about that. I think we should take a break.
I think that would be a good idea. We'll be back.
Yeah, let's play that buck on the tape.
Stupid owl cat.
Penny, please, look. I was only trying to apologise, that's all.
It doesn't matter how many times you apologise. You've embarrassed me in front of millions of people. For all I know, we'll have the press camped outside the front door again.
Oh, Penny, please.
Just leave me alone, David.
I was only trying to protect her. Did you see it?
Yes, I certainly did, and I nearly died when you walked on that set. Mum was mortified.
Oh. I'm going to get it in the neck from Jean, I know I will.
Penny spent the whole journey home giving your dad a real ear bashing.
I think you'd better go and get it over with, Dad.
Yes, I suppose I had. Well, I'll see you later.
Oh, Dad, don't you want the video?
Burn it.
Well, you were a big help. You were supposed to be keeping an eye on him as well as Penny.
Well, I didn't think he'd go barging in like that. I couldn't do anything.
Well, now we've got two celebs in the family.
I did enjoy it all, though. You know, you should have come. What are you doing?
Well, trying to give this place a thorough spring clean. And I would have come if it hadn't been for the mess the place was left in after the residents' meeting.
Well, you take it easy. Yeah, I think I'll watch the video. Did you get all the best bits?
Yep, every embarrassing second.
You know, I think we should take it into Jeremy Beagle, claim our 200 and... Oh, God! You all right? You okay?
I just winded.
What, shall I call the doctor?
No, I'm fine. Oh, I should have used the step ladder.
You shouldn't have been doing it at all. You're pregnant, for God's sake.
Somebody's got to do it. I mean, look at the state.
Well, you're not doing it again.
Were you offering?
No, but... Oh, could get a cleaner.
We haven't got cleaner money.
Oh, maybe not, but I'm not having you taking risks like that again. I'll find the money. I'll find a cleaner.
Oh, yeah, that's a promise.
Look, never mind about that now. Come on, let's get you upstairs. You need to lie down. I'll get it. Hello, love.
Is Yoli in?
Come through, love.
I just wanted to see Yoli.
Does your mum know you're here?
Don't you think she should?
I know she doesn't want me to see Lee, but I don't think there's anything wrong with it. I think he's all right. And he wanted me to come to the club with him.
Well, I'm not so sure about...
You better ask him yourself, love.
Lee? Rachel's here. Shall I send her up?
Yeah. Go up, Rachel.
Don't want any more trouble with the neighbours, you know.
No, Eddie. If the girl's got the guts to make a move towards us, why not? It's Arlene's life as well.
I know, but...
You said it yourself. If we just ride it out, not everyone's against us.
Is it okay if I go with Rachel?
Of course it is, lad.
Come on, then.
Just let me get some tea down me and I'll walk you down there, all right?
Okay.
Who'd have thought your mum would end up as a charwoman, eh? Still till money, isn't it? All right.
Yeah. What are you doing?
Well, I'm a cleaner, aren't I?
Since when?
Since Barry took me on yesterday.
Oh, right. Has he been asking for me?
No, he's in Manchester. He won't be back till tonight.
Oh, right. Won't mind me nipping off for half an hour then, eh?
No problem.
Right.
What's that?
Video. Just, gonna get it fixed.
I'll believe you. Thousands wouldn't.
Oh, is Barry about?
No, he's in Manchester all day. I can leave a message for him if you want.
No, it's all right. It's not important. I'll catch him again. I didn't know you were a cleaner here.
I wasn't till yesterday. It's my first day.
Well, that is a coincidence, because I was thinking of putting a card in Ron's window. Patricia and I are looking for a cleaner.
How many days a week?
Well,
I mean, I'm flexible. I take cash in hand. I can work to suit myself, as long as you don't mind me bringing this fella.
I suppose that...
I mean, I could pop round after work.
I really do need to discuss this with Patricia.
Look, you need a cleaner. I'm a cleaner. Simple. Better someone you know.
There is that.
Great then. So, Monday? Afternoon be okay?
Okay, fine.
Great. See you on Monday then.
Bye-bye.
Oh, I saw your dad-in-law make a bit of a show of himself on the telly. Me and Ron had a right laugh.
Really?
Your dad'll pick you up at 9 o'clock, OK?
All right.
Have a good time, love.
Oh, way, Mum. He doesn't like his mum kissing him in public. I shut up, Mum.
Hey, I've never been to this club. How about the pair of us coming with you, eh, son?
You're joking, it's for teenagers.
Oh, you wouldn't mind, would you, Rachel?
I don't mind, no. No way, if you're going, I'm staying at home. You'll show me up.
We're only kidding, don't get so uptight. They'd let me in, but I don't think your dad had passed for 16.
Rachel? What did I tell you this morning?
I haven't got anyone to go to the club with.
Come back inside the house. Come on now.
Mum!
I'm sorry about this, but I did tell her I thought it'd be better if she didn't go about with Lee.
Why the hell not?
Well, she's having problems at school and she needs to spend more time at home.
They were only going to a dance, for God's sake.
All right, Eddie. Don't take any notice of them, love.
What are you doing here?
I had to wait for the telly, man.
No?
Video.
Where's it gone?
It's bust. They had to take it in to get fixed, you know. Sorry and that, like... Look. See what it did to that breakfast telly thing you wanted?
Oh, well, what's wrong with it? Oh, I was really looking forward to seeing that. Everyone's been talking about it.
Said it was the heads or something.
Why didn't they give us a replacement then? You always get a replacement when you rent one.
Yeah, I had a right go on them about that, love. They haven't got any spares at the moment, so we'll have to wait. Terrible, isn't it?
Anyway, I don't think we can afford to rent a video anymore.
Don't be soft.
No, I've been worrying all day about that loan you got to buy back my bracelet.
Well, don't be worrying about it, all right?
And what if the worst comes to the worst, Jimmy? And you do get sent down?
We'll sort it.
Oh, for God's sake. How much a week are you paying for it?
Just leave it all to me, will you?
Oh, aye. When you're in prison. How much is it costing us, Jimmy?
Look, there is no flaming loan, all right?
What?
I got the money from screwing houses.
1,500 quid? All from robbing houses? How?
I float things.
Which houses, Jimmy? Tell me.
All right. I did Oscars. I did the Farnhams and a couple of others.
How can I show me face round the shops when this comes out? Why, Jimmy, why?
You know why? To get your bracelet back.
Yes. And to buy those bloody drugs!
Here you are.
Thanks, darling.
How you feel?
Sore. Look, do you think you can finish off cleaning that blind for me?
No need to worry about that. I've found us a cleaner.
Oh, already? Penny's only just put a card in Dixon's window for me.
Well, I could have saved you some money there. Bev from the Trading Post has just started as a cleaner for Barry. So, she's coming for an interview on Monday.
Ron Dixon's girlfriend? How did she talk you into that?
Have I done the wrong thing?
You didn't
tell me how long it'll be before we get the video back?
He said it'd be a couple of weeks, you know. They will try and get us a spare, though, you know, if one comes available and that, like, I'll have a word with them.
That's funny.
Hey?
I just found them. They don't know anything about our video. No tellyman's been here.
Yeah. Are you sure of that? No, it must be a mix-up, love.
No, Jimmy, there's no mix-up. You flogged it, haven't you? You flogged a video that doesn't even belong to us to buy drugs, didn't you?
I needed the stuff. I couldn't think of any other way.
God, I can't believe what's happened to you. All this lying and thieving just to buy that muck.
You don't understand what it's like to need it.
Jimmy, you've got to stop.
It doesn't matter anymore. There's no need to stop. I'll be going down soon, then I'll have to stop. Till then, it just doesn't matter.
You can't tell yourself that. If you think you're going down, you will go down. Jimmy, can't you think positive? Can't you tell yourself you're not going away?
I can't. I'm terrified what they'll do to me.
Don't forget, from next week, the new Brookside lineup looks like this. Tuesdays at 8:30, and then Wednesdays and Fridays at the usual times.
Rachel, for the 100th time, feet down.
I thought we were going out for the day.
We are, as soon as Sinbad gets here.
You and your mate Chris coming?
I don't think so.
Staying in to swap. What? What a crawler. Knocking round with your teacher. Oh, shut... Rach!
Rachel!
It was only a joke.
That'd be Chris.
I'll go. No, you're all right. Hi.
Hi. Hiya.
I'll just go and pizza.
There's no rush.
Well, do you want to come in for a second?
Oh, thanks.
Ladies first.
Too kind.
Chris, this is my mum.
I'm pleased to meet you.
At last.
And this is my sister Rachel. And this is Sinbad.
We've met.
Really, when?
Just now on the doorstep.
Sorry.
Right, we all set then?
Where are we going?
It's a surprise. Is my mum ready yet?
Well, I took her a cup of tea in earlier, but she hasn't come out yet.
Oh, better go and check on her. Believe you're going to New Brighton for the day.
Am I?
Just an idea.
You'll have a laugh.
Right, well, we better go then.
There's plenty of time.
Why don't you sit down and have a quick cup of tea before you go?
Thanks.
Oh, go on, tell us where we're going.
Hold your horses. I'll go and get me mum.
Right, well, I'll get my boots on then.
Oh, Mum, aren't you ready yet?
No, sorry.
Well, what's up?
I don't feel so well. I think I'm going to have to give you a little outing and miss.
Oh, Mum.
They're lovely, thank you.
So, how are you?
Oh, I'm fine, despite Max's attempts to suffocate me.
And this fall, no big deal?
Nah, no.
No damage to the baby?
No. Well, no more damage anyway.
Hey, come on, it's all right.
Is it? I just don't know anymore. Everything's upside down. Normally, if something like this had happened, I'd have been hauling myself over the coals for putting the baby at risk. But
what?
But sounds awful, but when I'd fallen and I was just lying there, I could see sheer panic written over Max's face, and deep down in my heart there was a little voice just whispering, "It's all right if you lose the baby. It'll be for the best, for everyone's sake." It's terrible, isn't it?
No. No way.
Hardly qualify for Mother of the Year, do I?
You're like everyone else out there. Human.
Thanks.
I charge £10 an hour for this sort of stuff, you know.
Check's in the post.
Listen, I better make tracks.
Yeah, well, thanks for the flowers, thanks.
You're welcome. And go easy on yourself, eh?
Yeah, I'll try.
I'll see you.
How'd you like your tea? Warm, wet white, no sugar, please.
New bride's going to be shut by the time we get there.
Do you think she's okay?
I don't know, but I can't leave her here, can I?
So we're not going out now?
Oh, Rachel.
But I was really looking forward to this. Oh, give it a rest, Rachel. It's all right for you. Get out of dairy and miss a mouldy old pension.
Look, why don't you take Rachel out and I'll sit in with me mum?
That's not fair on you. Beth?
Yeah?
I don't suppose Rachel could tag along with you two, could she?
Mum, thanks very much. Who wants to go out with you anyway?
There's plenty of room in the car. You're more than welcome. Well, what do you think, love?
Yeah, OK. Can I just go to the shops first and get some chocolate?
Fine. Don't be too long, eh?
I won't. Wait. Hiya. You all right? Yeah. You? Where you off? Job hunting. Job hunting?
Oh, thanks. I'll be in touch. Thanks very much. Bye-bye. Right, ladies. I wasn't expecting you both at the same time. There seems to have been some sort of mix-up.
Say that again.
Well, would you like to come in?
Oh, thanks.
Okay.
Tom.
Morning.
Oh, morning. So,
Sorry, I don't mean to interrupt. Can I just grab a quick coffee?
Oh, don't mind us.
Thanks.
Saw you on the box the other day.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it was a right disaster, wasn't it?
shall we,
I suppose it was a rather foolish outburst.
Well, it wasn't your fault, was it? It was those two they had on interviewing you. God, the barefaced cheek of them sat on that couch like Lord and Lady Muck. I was sitting there with Josh and I thought to myself, how would they like their good name dragged through the mud that time of morning?
She's right, you know. I thought it was disgusting and all.
Oh, well, it's rather comforting to know someone's on my side.
I was with you all the way.
Thanks.
Me too.
I think I'll give that coffee a miss. I need a quick word with David anyway.
Fine.
Good luck.
Oh, Tol. See ya.
Bye.
Right.
So, how many cleaners are you planning on having then?
Just the one.
Well, no one told me there'd be all kinds of interviews.
Well, that's usually the way these things work, isn't it?
Yes, unless someone's given the impression that the job's theirs for the taking.
No, I never said that.
Oh, well, if it's a stitch-up, I'm off home.
Nobody's trying to stitch anybody up.
Look, you've woken him up now. Max.
What are you doing out of bed?
Well, I'm not going to get much sleep with all this racket going on, am I? What's all the shouting about?
Nothing, just cross wires on the interview front.
Oh, give a boy a man's job. I'm sorry about this, ladies. How about a coffee while we sort out who's going to go first?
So you enjoy teaching then, Chris? Oh, it's hard work, but at least most of my students actually want to be there.
I'll just take you straight to me mum.
And you live locally?
Anyone home?
Not far from the uni. Well, you'd have to come round for your tea one night.
Well, Chris has to work late a lot of nights, don't you?
Not all the time. I'd love to come round one evening. Thanks.
Where have you been? The shop.
How about next week? Great.
Well, can we actually go now, please?
Yeah, OK. Right. I'll sort out a date with Beth then.
OK. I'll just have to get my purse.
Are you still here?
Yeah, but not for long.
Hey, she seems very nice.
Thanks. Bye.
See ya.
I'll see you next week then.
Yeah, OK.
There you go. Have a nice time, love.
Bye.
Bye.
Right, let's go.
Could we stop the car, please?
What?
Stop the car!
It's only to be travel sick, isn't
What
it?
for? Oh, for God's sake.
Who's this? Dick Turpin?
Can he come with us?
No, he can't.
Why not? Well, Mum has banned you from seeing him for a start.
Forbidden love, how romantic.
It's not funny, Chris.
Sorry.
Please. Right, if you're getting in, get in. I told you it'd be all right.
Yeah. In that case, let's roll.
David?
Shall we go through?
No, not before I've apologised.
What for?
For the way I spoke to you at the television studio, it was unforgivable.
Well, no more than my impromptu small screen appearance merited, I'm afraid.
You were only trying to help.
Yeah, I suppose so.
Best try and forget the whole disastrous escapade, eh?
Yes, if I can get Ron Dixon to stop asking for my autograph.
I'll go.
Hello, Mrs. Crosby.
You big...
Fanny, for God's sake!
I'm warning you! I saw you on television, Mrs. Crosby.
And you've got the gall to show your lying face here.
I may be a lot of things, but I'm not a liar.
Just go.
Not until you hear me out. Not until I make you believe that your husband fathered my child.
Right, then I think that's about it. Right. Well, if you need a reference, I'm sure Mick will be happy to give you one.
Fine.
And I'd just like to say you won't regret it if you do give us the job. I'm a really hard worker. I have to be what would be in a one-parent family and everything.
I'm sure you are.
Right, then. We'll be in touch. Thanks very much. Tra.
Bye-bye. Who's meant to be doing these interviews again?
Oh, poor little Maxie.
Oh, we'll see what we think of Beverly then.
Do you really think there's any need?
What do you mean?
Well, I think we found our cleaner. Carol seems fine to me.
Oh, so you've made up your mind then?
Do you really want Ron Dixon's bit of fluff working next door to his wife?
Oh, I'm terribly sorry,
It's okay. He's almost at his whack. I'll be with you now.
Right, okay.
I hope you don't mind, but I stacked the dishwasher while I was in the kitchen. I can't stand the sight of dirty dishes.
Oh, thanks. There was really no need, though.
Oh, you've got some lovely stuff, haven't you?
Thanks.
Can't wait to get to grips on this place.
Why should I believe a single thing you say?
Because every word of it's true.
Ah, that feels a bit better. So, why exactly have you come here, Miss Pennington?
Ms.
Because I had to sit and watch the very existence of my own son denied on national television.
Nobody's denying the existence of your son. It's the identity of his father that's in question.
There's no question about that whatsoever.
Oh, I've heard enough of this rubbish.
Penny, please. So, that is your only motivation?
That. And the fact that I also saw a very scared, confused woman on that screen. A woman who deserves to be told the truth.
The truth? You?
This is your son?
With his father. Your late husband.
Which way's the fair?
That way.
Right, see you after then. I want you back here for 6 o'clock, no later. I mean it.
Are you going to lighten up now?
Yeah, I'll try.
Hallelujah. Come on.
Anyway, I got sick of this perv ogling me morning, noon and night, so I told him where he could stick his job.
Good for you.
It was then I started working on the cruise ship. Now that was my busy job ever.
Well, you've certainly had a lot to choose from.
Oh, I know. Jacqueline of all trades, me. Turn me hand to anything.
I'll bet.
Oh, I love that cruise ship.
I'm sure you did. I'm sorry, we really have got to get on.
Oh, did I tell you that I sing?
You did actually,
Oh, sorry. I'll shut up now. So, have I got the job?
Well, we will be informing you in due course.
Oh, you seen some other people?
No.
Yeah.
Look, Bev, I don't want to keep you on tenterhooks. I'm afraid we're going to offer the job to someone else.
Oh? I suppose she'll be giving us that bag of bones from the pizza parlour.
If you mean Carol Salter.
Well, God help her. The muck on them shelves.
Can I offer you a cuppa before you go?
No, thanks. I won't stay where I'm not wanted.
I really am very sorry.
Yes, well, you've got a very funny way of showing it.
Could I offer you a lift?
I'd rather walk. And next time you want to rob a young mother and a child at the bank holiday Monday, pick on someone else. Come on, Josh.
Right, bye.
I've left on you over the trifle, but...
No, I just think we should keep ourselves to ourselves for the time being.
Oh, I knew it. She's ashamed of me.
I'm not. Just... I don't know.
OK, subject closed. Do you ever go on the ghost train?
If you like.
Maybe there isn't a tunnel of love that'd really shake up the locals. Oh, come on, mate. Smile.
I'm sorry, it's just... This is going to be our day, not Rachel's.
What's one day out of blue knows how long?
I suppose so.
I never know anyone take things to heart as you do. You have to be so intense, you know.
I'm sorry.
And what have I told you about apologising when there's no need?
He's a brilliant driver.
Sure.
We caught him.
Dad.
We keep Chris.
No.
Pen, I think you're going to have to accept the fact that Miss Pennington is the genuine article.
I know. So when did it start?
It was more than 10 years ago.
When exactly?
1980.
I suppose you met at work.
In a manner of speaking.
Some sort of parliamentary personal assistant, were you?
Not exactly.
How long did it last?
Because of my son, there's always been some kind of contact. But in terms of the affair, until about 2 years ago.
So he kept you a secret for 12 years?
And was it just about sex?
To begin with. But we became very close as time went by.
Did you love him?
He was my best friend.
But did you love him?
Yes. I did.
So why the hell drag his name through the mud like this?
For money. Same as Mrs. Crosby.
What about all the agony you're putting us through?
I never meant to hurt anyone. Clive made provisions for Lawrence's education. But frankly, it's just not enough. I have to pay his school fees and still find the money to live on for both of us. This was the only route open to me.
So you're just another cheap whore?
Penny, I really don't think...
No. She's right. Or an ex-whore, at least. That's how Clive and I met. He was one of my regulars, many moons ago.
But I thought you said you worked with him.
No. Mrs. Crosby said I worked with him.
So, you're a streetwalker?
Never walked the street in my life. I think the tabloid term for my ex-profession is high-class call girl.
A whore is a whore.
Until her knight in shining armour comes along. And Clive was mine. At first, he'd just pay for more and more of my time. But in the end, as the old cliché goes, he decided he wanted to save me. And luckily enough, I wanted to be saved.
And when did he stop
paying for me? The summer of 1980. About 18 months later, I fell pregnant. I think you know the rest of the story.
Good God.
Anyway, I'd better go. I've got my train to catch. I'm sorry, but I had to see you. For my son's sake.
Oh, thanks. I used to love these when I was little.
Some of us still do.
That looks nice. What do you want? Won't mind one of them. Well, buy one then. I wonder if I could. You brought money, didn't you? Not much. We've run out.
Oh, dear. So is that one toffee apple or two, then?
Two, please. Well, what do you think you're going to do between now and going home? I don't know.
It speaks.
You're not going to trail after us all day. You do know that, don't you? It's not my fault everything's so expensive. No, Chris.
Have you seen the price of some of the rides? It's a rip-off.
That isn't the point.
Go on, take it.
Oh, thanks.
It's no good blowing it all in the arcades.
We won't. Come on.
You'll stick like that if the wind changes.
Hiya.
Hiya.
Hey, watching the floor. Oh, sorry.
So how's the big powwow then?
Not too good.
Sacked you already?
It's not funny, Mick.
Oh, sorry, babe. What's happened?
I've been asked to compile a report on the potential rationalisation of the workforce.
Which means?
Which means coming up with a list of shop floor workers who are surplus to requirements.
So they put you in charge of redundancies?
If you like.
Cracking job, that is.
Thanks for the support.
So why you?
Because I'm the personnel manager. It's part of my brief.
Well, it sounds to me like they're getting you to do their dirty work.
Who are?
The bosses.
May have escaped your attention, Mick, but I happen to be one of the bosses. So are you, for that matter.
So you don't mind giving out the sack then?
Yes, I mind very much. But it's my job. And if I can do it fairly and sympathetically, then I'll wake up each morning with a clear conscience.
Yeah, well, you tell that to Eddie Banks.
What needs doing now, boss?
You give the inside of the windows a quick wipe, please.
Aye, say.
Listen, you'll tell Eddie Banks nothing. It's only a report.
I don't like lying to a mate, especially with something like this.
No one's asking you to lie. Just keep that zipped firmly shut.
Afternoon, all.
All right.
We meet again?
And I bring glad tidings.
Aye.
You got the job.
Brilliant. Oh, Tom.
My pleasure.
Job?
Yes, Carol's going to be our new cleaner.
I didn't want to say anything till I knew one way or the other.
All right. I thought you were happy here.
I am. I can do both easy.
It'll only be a couple of hours, twice a week.
I would have thought it was up to Mick whether you could do both.
Nah, it's all right. As long as he's not leaving us.
Tom.
Well, I still think she should have kept you informed.
Nah, I don't mind. If Kaz thinks he can handle it, then it's fine by me.
You know Rachel's doing this on purpose, don't you?
You sound like somebody's mum.
She's turned into such a wind-up merchant.
She's no different from any other 15-year-old. She's probably stuck round the back of the Dodgems with a bloke snogging away to her heart's content. Lucky thing.
Oh, don't.
Why not?
Well, it's...
Too public. Never kissed anyone in broad daylight before.
Yeah, but...
Never in a 2-3V. The seagulls aren't going to tell anybody. There's not a soul to be seen.
Come on, we're late as it is. Are you all right? Goldie? Oh, I'm sorry, Lee. I think he's had it. Come on. Oh, my God, it's Rachel.